What's going on, guys? So today I wanted to do a quick video on like our hedge trimming, our trimmings setup, I guess you'd say. Just kind of how we do everything, equipment, tools we have. We do trimmings late fall, early spring, tight window, because leaves are always bigger and take much longer. So we do trimmings for about a week in March. Don't do a lot until the summer, and then usually once the season hits, we do monthly like landscape visits for garden beds, flower beds, things like that. Just to monthly maintain everything. Some of you guys might have clients where they want you to visit once a month, but I'm gonna give you our whole setup here. So what we do, so usually off the bat, the guys will leave in the F350, and then the tools they have with that would be this big arborist ladder we have right here. That is the the big boy we use there. And then we have an A-frame. The A-frame is very nice. They'll flip the A-frame over and actually use that for gutters, things of that sort, which is pretty cool. For small bushes, small hedges, just kind of like that. And this can go up or down, obviously. That's pretty cool. So that like I said, they can actually flip it. The A-frame's nice. This isn't like a fancy model or anything like that, just a basic A-frame ladder. Like I said, gutters, small bushes, tall hedges even, and you can flip it and it fits great. Fold that puppy right up, right in the back of the truck there. So this is the arborist ladder, as I was saying. This is a big boy. This is, I believe it's the, I don't know how tall this one is, but this is a big guy. Was waiting for it to say on the side which height this is, but I cannot remember. Okay, here we go, 16 footer. This is a 16 footer. This thing was pretty expensive before inflation, and we had to pull the trigger on this guy just because we needed it for 2 properties. So talking money wise, it did come in handy. And this is the telescoping pole. I believe that's the right word. I could be completely wrong, but regardless, you know what I mean. That pole really makes it steady, and you bend this into other trees and bushes. So any more really questions on this, I'll comment below and I'll let you know. But real quick, that pole, you can you fold it back and you can have it on different angles into the bushes, into the trees, so you can get really close with these ladders. But this 16 footer, I want to say that was like $700-800 before inflation, and this thing is big. It is aluminum, so it's light. Don't get me wrong, you can actually carry this thing with one arm, as crazy as that sounds. But this thing's pretty cool, and you can get pretty high up there. I mean, we have some tall hedges on 2 properties, and I was borrowing a buddy's for a while, so I really had to pull the trigger on our own. But this thing's nice because you can fold it right up and put it in the truck, and it hangs over the top, but we tie it down. We got straps. It fits right in here, so we didn't want to hang anything on the side because the sign and taking these walls down, and the dump trailer is not big enough. This dump trailer, they pull around with the dump truck. So regardless, this is the setup, the truck and trailer wise. The trimmings, like I said, we'd bang out. If you watch my other video that's coming out, or did come out, with the truck, with this big stake body, we're saving a lot of time of going to the landfill. Look how much we can fit in that truck. Look how much we can fit in there. So I know with grass, you dump that every day because that's just a nasty mess. But grass, I dump every morning early before we start, or before they start. But with trimmings and leaves, I mean, if you're cutting close, like, you know how it is, like, you got to get to the landfill by a certain time because they close. It might be close, might not be close to you, drive time wise. But with us, it's not a problem, because if I know if it's like 2:30 and we can bang out another quick job instead of going to the landfill and being done for the day, and this has been awesome, this setup with leaves and trimmings. But regardless, with trimmings, they can bang out a lot of trimming jobs at filling this puppy up for a few days straight, getting the time in, not driving around, going to the dump constantly. But this is that setup with that. Like I said, the F350 and this dump trailer, which is pretty sweet. Fill this guy up. We got the wooden sidewalls we put up there. I have a video on this when I bought it brand new. I'll do an update, but nothing. This is a great little dump trailer. It's very basic. Don't know who makes it. I believe it's called Steel and Aluminum Trailers, or Quality and Aluminum Products. I'm not sure. Great. Hasn't had problems besides getting new tires every few years. You guys know what that's like when you have tight turnarounds and cul-de-sac streets. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, the F350 pulls the dump trailer. Happy with that. Barrels, rakes, tarps, everything's in the back. And then so our trimmers. As you see in my other videos, we go with steel. We've had so many steel products over the years where we've come to a point when things break, we use it for parts, and we haven't had to buy anything new in about 3 years. So we use all steel. 2 of the steel long shaft trimmers. These are the HL94s. Very nice. Show you here for a second. So this comes down, you flip this handle up. Sorry about the view. And then that opens up all the way, which is pretty cool. I'll lay that down there for you. Take a look. So, and that's the other one just folded up. They're both folded up in storage. I'm making this video just because I'm busting everything out here. We're about to start back up. So 2 hedge trimmers, and then I don't know if I pulled it out. I don't think so. We usually have a BR800 with us and a handheld blower, again, for gutters and cleanups like that. And then we have this little guy, HS 48 or 46C. Great little hedge trimmer. The setup with this is one to 2 guys, 2 guys at the most. I mean, trimmings are small, guys. I mean, I have actually been very picky with the type of properties I've picked up. You know, like I don't know how to word this. Around us, there's a lot of smaller properties, and then you can get into the bigger ones. Smaller ones are great. Listen, if you got someone that calls out and you got trimmings to do, or you're down a guy, you can send a guy there, and he can spend all the time in the world to get that trimming job done, because it's a small property. He can get more work done. And that kind of makes the guys happier too, you know, instead of spending 3-4 hours on one property. And that's fine, I understand, you know, regardless, you charge for your time, so you're making money regardless. But mentally, I don't want to cut a lawn for 4 hours straight, let alone have a guy on a string trimmer for 2 or 3 hours. We do one commercial property that takes about 3 hours, and sometimes I'll swap out and not mow and string trim, you know, days is extremely hot. You know, if you're a boss, you got to be a legit boss. Be a real boss. Don't be a jerk. Anyway, I don't like that. I don't like spending so much time on one property. And again, I know you can charge correctly and do it all right, but personally, I don't like doing that. I'd rather have a lot of different properties, a lot of different jobs, and a lot of other jobs that come with that. So again, that's our quick setup, guys. Not making this much longer. A-frame ladder, dump trailer, followed by the F350, barrels, rakes, cans, and the 16-foot arborist ladder. That's a Stokes ladder. If you guys want to know, I'll post where we got it below. Like, this thing is big. Please compare that to that truck there. But this is a basic setup. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we have the 1500 over here. Sometimes I'll send a guy out in a 1500 and a hedge trimmer. You do not need all this to trim bushes or do maintenance. You know, you see guys out there, like when I was younger, like Keith Kalfas, you know what I mean? He's got his pickup truck, the Blue Goose. To anyone that's watching that knows, you know, he's got that, and that's what he used, you know, and like legit, and that's a 1500 paid off. Sometimes I'll send a guy for our monthly weeding and trimming visits. Like I said, once a month, we have a good amount of properties that sign up for weeding, trimming, just light maintenance to clean everything up. That 1500 little truck will do that alone with one of these, a weeding bucket, and, you know, some hand tools. That's easy, in and out. You do not need all of this for hedge trimming, but this is where we've gotten to at this point. So again, if that truck is, if we're beyond busy with the spring rush, because you know that's coming, that truck will be with the mowing trailer 5 days a week. So that truck will go out by itself if there's any late jobs or any, again, like I said, monthly cleanups, because you don't need a trailer. You fill it up. With that, we have the tarp rack on there. So doesn't matter, regardless, happy with it. But again, guys, that's our setup, all steel. We got the ladders, very basic. I hope this helps with anyone, you know, we finally grew to this point when we got this truck and had another crew cut grass. So that's where we're at with, you know, consecutive days in a row of hedge trimming. So, you know, trimming bushes and all that. But hope this helps, guys. That's our setup for this year. Any questions, just comment below. I can go in detail with everything, and you know, where we got that ladder, A-frame ladder, anything you need. So, all right, guys, I hope this helps you. We're out.